मेरी आवाज आ रही है आप लोगों को? Am I audible? Supraji, can you hear me?
Yeah. So we are live already, Rajesh ji. So good evening, everyone. Am I audible? Can I get a heads up in the chat? Okay, thank you so much. So good evening, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us today. And today we are talking about yet another exciting startup called Experientialetc Startup, which is into modern advertisement structure. So let's invite Mr. Rajesh Singla from Planify to discuss in detail about this startup.
So good evening, Sapna ji. Good evening, everyone. I'm pleased to be here. So I'm Rajesh Singla, founder of Planify, and we today will be discussing about experiential, etc. So I'll talk about marketing. I'll talk about a lot of stuff in marketing today, and I hope I'll make the time count. So first of all, before we start, I just want to congratulate each one of you. It is not easy for anyone to come after long office hours. So this is a win in itself that persons after their office are coming for these sessions. And these are not Deepika Padukone sessions, which are like entertaining. These are very investor focused sessions where a lot of investment things will be discussed in deep. So for that, I want to congratulate each one of you that you have taken your first step towards financial freedom. So today we'll be discussing about experiential, etc. And before I start, I just want to ask you, which is one good tech company which you can recall of? मतलब सबसे ज़्यादा popular और या फिर one company which you guys think is actually a very good company in technology or so most of you, I think the first name which comes to our mind is either Yahoo or Google, mostly Google, and even then there are 3-4 other companies. But so Google is basically or primarily a search engine which uh, works on the base on so their business model is completely based on marketing. Their business model is completely based out on advertising. So they were the first one who basically digitized the complete concept where people could come in and see the digital ads now. And this have been popular like from last 20-30 years. They cracked this code, and the digital world has started using Google ads. People have started even using Facebook ads and other things. But now with the event of time, with the new technologies coming in, especially with AI, and especially with a lot of new functionalities like holograms, holonets, 3D, ARs, VRs, these kind of things, a new wave of marketing is growing up in this market, and that we call is as experiential marketing. So what were the basic problems which has been seen by the founder? So founder realized that customer really do not engage uh, very often with the companies, with the ads. Like mostly especially the ads which are on TV, which are on print media, like on newspaper and all. These are one way communication ads where something is being conveyed to the customer, and not every time it leaves a long lasting impression on the customer. Then even your digital ads, you are able to target a lot of stuff. You'll be, let's say, if I want to target between let's say between 20 to 30 years or between 25 to 35 years of age group, I will be able to do that. I can do that with demographics and location and all those stuff. But then my ads are not that interactive that people can experience what is this product about, or what kind of experience I'll feel if I use the product. So interactivity or customer engagement, if we use the right word, customer engagement has been missing or has been very low in ads. If you guys, some of you guys are working on the marketing, the biggest challenge any marketer right now faces is that they have very low engagements. People generally see their ads and they forget it in the next few seconds. Like, just to have a deep down impression on the customer in itself is a very, very big pain. And in fact, a lot of research, like people have done PhDs on how they can create a bigger and bigger impression on people so that people can recall about that company often. And that is what we associate that companies, like they spend millions and billions of dollars in advertisement and in showing us the same ads over and over again on TV, on Facebook, on wherever we go, on billboards, so that we can recall that brand whenever we feel we want to we want to experience that, we want to experience some feeling. Like Coca-Cola is renowned for happiness, so if people feel ki they want to feel happy, they want to have Coke. And that is how they have showcased their impression on the customers. Now the problem with Coke, so Coke has very big budgets, but not every company has those kind of budgets that they can spend millions and billions in advertisements. But again, the major problem here is the customer engagement. Like people do not experience the product so that it keeps a long lasting impression on itself. So this is the biggest problem which this market is facing. And last 20 to 30 years after Google or after Facebook, you wouldn't rely, like there is no new things which has come in, like last 15 to 20 years. The digital ads, apart from the digital ads, like there is nothing new which is happening on the in the marketing side of the things. And there are so many ads, and the ads get lost in so many ads to the customer, and you do not are not able to uh, last a long lasting impression on your customer. This is the basic problem, or this is the biggest problem which any marketer right now faces, that their customer engagements are really low. Even if they are putting the ad, matlab they're putting the right ad in front of the right audience, but those people are not able to interact with the ad, and they quickly forget about this ad, those advertisements. And that is where this experiential marketing comes in. They basically are creating ads where people can, matlab, it will leave a long lasting impression on the customer. And without further ado, I'll want to share a few of the advertisements which are they are doing, so that it can give you guys a good impression on what kind of advertisement they are doing. So these advertisements are on basically AR filters. These are using these 3D holograms, holonets, all the new age technologies. They are using a lot of AI. There are a lot of web games, even smart apps being placed so that people can interact with the ad. I'll showcase some of the ads just to give you guys a brief on, and they are getting extremely good engagement on these ads. Customers really back to the 90s. मैं तो रास्ते से जा रहा था, मैं तो भेलपुरी खा रहा था, एक कुली। So here this coolie ad where you could see the thing in a much vibrant way, it catches attention. I'll showcase a Mumbai Indians ad where in IPL they played the Mumbai Indians. For Mumbai Indians, they ran a campaign in Wankhede Stadium where people can feel if they are wearing Mumbai Indian t-shirt and how it will look on them. And it again gives you a very good experience on. And this is one small feature, like you can place it into n number of companies where people can, without wearing the clothes, people can experience how it will look on them. I'll showcase this video as well.
In 2008, the BCCI had a dream of creating a world-class T20 league that would get the best in the world under one roof, the Indian Premier League. In 2008, the BCCI had a dream of creating a world-class T20 league that would get the best in the world under one roof, the Indian Premier League.
Again, we can skip the remaining ad. Basically, I wanted to showcase this, and there are a number of things, and they are working with all big brands. There is a very popular series on Mirzapur where they ran a campaign, and this Mirzapur is being hosted on Amazon Prime. So they had a campaign for. They have done a campaign for Mirzapur, and the customer engagement which they got on this again Mirzapur second season was extremely high, where on each of the delivery of Amazon there was a QR code which was given, and there was a small video which was played out of the actor, and then it cashed on so many things. People just wanted to share this QR code just to say that Mirzapur second is coming back, and it had a extremely good engagement. Again the impact or the customer engagement it is lasting on that or the impression which they are leaving on the customer is extremely high, and that is the reason a very big brands across world, I'll say, not only in India, have started giving in a lot of business to experiential. We'll talk about that. I'll showcase this one last ad. There are a number of, I love their advertisements because most of the times I feel they are really cool with their ads, and I can showcase more than 20 advertisements, and they have done a lot of campaigns. Like right now they are working with Geo, they are working with any big brand you talk about. I'll showcase those like their customers on with which they are working right now. They are getting very good business, and they are scaling also very well. So we'll talk about it. I'll showcase this last one video on of Amazon Prime, and then we'll take the things forward.
आपका पार्सल तो पहुंच गया, अब हमें भी पहुंचना है मिर्जापुर। जल्दी का पार्सल ले लें, देखिएगा जरूर।
Again, this video kind of went viral, and it had a huge impression on the customer. Like the Mirzapur, the message you want to, as a marketer, the message you want to convey to your audience, that you are going to come back and people should remember you. They should have a good recall value. Even once you wear a Mumbai India t-shirt, obviously, like I think more than 20,000 people wore that and had, so they can actually feel that thing. And wherever, so they have done a recently they have done a campaign for Gadar 2, on Gadar 2 of a hand pump. So there is Sunny Deol who is taking out the hand pump. So that kind of thing they created for Gadar 2. I'll leave up those advertisements for you two guys to later catch on. There are a lot of these advertisements which are again really engaging. More than again 20,000 customers of Gadar 2 basically interacted with that hand pump and they had fun. So these kind of games, these kind of visual effects keeps a long lasting impression on you, and that is where experiential is coming handy. That basically they let the customer engage with the product. It could be on an app, it could be the experience that, and that is what the company stands for, the experiential marketing. And that is the new age marketing. They might be using, so they are using a lot of technology around it. They are using a lot of AI, VR, HoloNets, all of that stuff which I was talking about. And they are creating a lot of cool ads which again where people do not feel like they are being advertised. They feel like interacting with that product. And that is the reason today most of the companies across the world has started giving at least 5% of the budget towards experiential marketing. And this is a very new upcoming stream. In next 10 to 20 years, we think this market is going to grow very, very substantial. And if I talk about experiential, they are right now also working with across the world. They are working with a lot of brands. Like in US, they are working for Amazon. For UK, they are working with Cadbury, KPMG, ENY. For Europe, for India, so they are having a very long list. I'll showcase that. Even in Hong Kong, they are having a very good presence. They are working with Samsung, MI, and many other players. So you name any big brand today, they are working with that. They're working with Geo. Geo is not present in these slides. There are even they have started getting contracts from Africa. Recently, they have got a more than 1 crore of contract worth just from South Africa. One of the company has given them that contract. Like Prime, Sony Picture, Disney. As I said, in Gadar 2, they have worked with the this 20th Century Fox, Viacom, Z Media, Star Bharat. With MPL, they have worked with a lot of campaigns. Tata, JSW, Hyundai, HP, MI, Chroma, KPMG. So you will realize that most of the big brands have started realizing the potential of experiential, and this is catching on. What we feel, this market is extremely big. This in itself today also in itself this is a $15 billion market of advertisement. And if we talk about there's even service obtainable market. So out of the $15 billion, which is roughly equal to 1,20,000 crores, the service obtainable market for experiential marketing is close to 5,600 crores, which is extremely big. And in coming years, we feel this trend is going to increase. Like this trend is going to catch up, where companies will want their customers to engage in this with their products. And in this field, there are very few companies who are actually working on, and experiential tends to hold the biggest competitive advantage over others. There is digital jalebi, but they do not have so many offerings which right now experiential marketing, experiential etc is offering. And that is the reason a lot of big brands are right now are very comfortable working with experiential. Even there was a campaign in Uttar Pradesh, where it was an investor summit, and more than I think 3,50,000 crores worth of investments were signed, NDAs were signed. People across, like our Prime Minister, UP Chief Minister, and many other delegates across India, as well as business world tycoons, went to that investment summit, and it lasted for I think 3 days. And Experiential etc did the complete marketing branding of that full campaign. Like, so wherever I see something amazing happening, even for BCCI, before this World Cup, there was a trophy. There was a new t-shirt which was being launched for the branding. So Experiential etc did the complete campaign for BCCI. So they're getting eyes from very big brands. So whenever I see something new happening, I am very proud to see that Experiential gets those kind of advertisements from those brands. They are able to stand out. Uh, and each of these products, each of these campaigns are generally between 15 lakh to 60 lakh. They have started now getting campaigns even beyond 60 lakh. As I said, recently they have got an order for more than 1 crore from an South African companies. And if we talk about the company, so last 3 years they have been growing at a very fast pace. Like couple of years back, they also featured on Shark Tank season 1. And in Shark Tank season 1, at that point of time, the company was in a very nascent stage. The company was doing 40 lakhs in revenue. And so Aman Gupta as well as Piyush Bansal both gave them an offer. They wanted to invest in the company at 10 crore valuation. And because the company already, so the founder Karan, he's a very ethical guy, and he already had investments at 35 crore valuation, and that was the reason he said no to Aman Gupta as well as Piyush Bansal at that point of time. So from there, the company from 40 lakh, they have grown very rapidly. But this is initial years. From 3.5 crores last year they grew by 100%, close to 6.5 crore of revenue. And this year also they will close their books close to 9.5 to 10 crores. They are having good order books. And from 10 crores next year, they are giving us a visibility that they will be able to do close to 30 crores of revenue. Even so, right at this point of time, whatever they are earning, they are actually pumping the money back into the technology so that they can create more and much better and better products in terms of their technology, so that they get more and more advantage. So right now the company is not thinking about profits much, honestly, and that also we think are on the right side. Right now they are focusing on how they can be market leaders in this industry. And if I talk about one company, one of the companies I really love in marketing and which have grown very well is FL India. These people were also again having a good presence in, so they are good. They do advertisement on they basically do advertisement on Google as well as Facebook and others, and they are platform which uses these. So they are marketing company which uses these platforms to do their advertisement, and then grown quite well. Like overall the company, if I talk about even their revenues, they are a very good profitable company, and it's a listed company. uh, so they have close to, I think, 1,000 crores, more than close to 1,400 crores of revenue, and their valuation is also quite good. Like the market cap also is close to 14,000 crores. So from that perspective, I think this space, and they are the, like, this is a very plain vanilla kind of a company, FL India, where they are doing advertisements only, like they are using the platforms like Google or Facebook. Whereas in Experiential, we think they have the potential to actually grow into a really big number in next decade. So sky is the limit for them to grow. Like it could actually turn out to be a 500 or 1,000 crore company tomorrow if they keep themselves intact. And this can actually create extremely mammoth kind of returns for our investors as well. Right now, if we talk about return on equity or return on capital employed, it is better than the other startups. But overall, if we see, the company is coming at a very low valuation of about 86 crores at this moment. And we feel investors have the chance in next 5 years, they will have the chance of making easily an return of about 220%, which is close to 40-45% every year. So in case a person do invest, let's say 10 lakh, they have the opportunity to easily make 1 crore. That is about 10x of their investment. So from that perspective, the company presents a good opportunity to invest. So as I talked about their go-to-market strategy, they basically focus on experiential ads so that customer engagement becomes better. And they have created 10 to 12 products which they are kind of now serving to lot of market. Like They've recently done a campaign for Asian Paints, where Asian Paints, like people could feel how the color would look like. So Karan Bhardwaj, he is basically the CEO and founder. Prashant Pandey, he's having more than 20 years of experience. He takes care of operations. And then you have Sonal, who is again having 10-year plus experience in tech. So they are quite well versed. So they are based out of Mumbai. They also have an office in Noida. They also have an office in US, UK, as well as in Hong Kong. Right now, so this is not updated. We have sold more than 50% of the offering. So we had close to 8 lakh shares, and the share price is about 110. The minimum investment in this company is about 2,000 shares, which is 2,20,000. And the average ticket size which we are having for experiential is close to 11 lakhs. So people who come in are on an average are able to invest 10,000 shares. They're able to invest big. This is really interesting. The exit strategy, the company in their next round will give an opportunity to the existing investors if they want to make an exit. Company will try to list themselves on SME exchange or on the main board in next 5 years. Also, if nothing happens, company is ready to buy back the shares in 9 years. Company is ready to buy back the share at 420. So even from 420, if we calculate the return, it is close to 282%, which is on an average, which becomes a 32% as kind of an assured return. But we feel in next 3 to 5, like in next 5 years, the company actually has the potential to yield 1,000% return, which is close to more than 200% return, as I said earlier also, because company can actually scale at a very fast pace. The way the way they are working and the field on in which they are working is extremely encouraging. And that is pretty much it from my side on experiential. I'll be happy to take up any questions if you guys have on experiential. And if Sapna ji, you can help investors with the.
Yeah, I have shared the form link in the chat. So please fill the form. As well, if you have any queries, you can post your queries in the chat. So we will address your queries one by one. Coming to Mr. Nagesh's query, Mr. Nagesh, I have already given you the form link. So you fill the form, and once you fill the form, our people will get in touch with you to help you with the recording of this session. If any of you have joined late and then you are unable to, you have not been able to attend the session in the early time, so you can just fill in the form and we will help you with the recorded link. So I request everyone to please fill the form. So we will be doing a booking. So for 2,20,000. Okay, you shared the videos in the chat, right?
Right.
So the booking amount for this particular investment is like 20%, 10% of the amount. That is 2,20,000 ka 10%, which is 20,000. So you can make the payment. If you don't have the demat account, also we will help you with the demat account opening. But first, you please make the payment so that we can block the shares for you. And within next 6 working days, you can finish the balance of payment. That is remaining 2 lakhs. You can send us in another 6 working days also. That is starting from tomorrow. So I would request everyone to please fill the form so that we can conclude the session. Today we
should also talk about average investment ticket size. What will be the token amount, average ticket? So it is 11 lakhs. The average ticket in experiential is close to 10,000 shares. So for that also, you should tell that the token amount would be close to 1 lakh.
Okay, we have done at 2,20,000. That is 2,000 shares. That's what we heard from Divya. So accordingly, we have.
If someone wants to book, let's say 5 lots.
Okay. If you want to do multiples, then multiples of the amounts. Okay.
Right. That is what I was trying to say.
I got it. So if you are doing like 1 lot is 2,000 shares, likewise 2 lots, 3 lots, you have to pay 10% of the total amount that you're planning to invest.
Right.
So it goes only like 2,000, 4,000, 6,000, or someone can invest 2,000, 200 shares also he can buy.
They can do 2,200 also. Won't be a problem.
Okay. What is the
Generally,
last date for investment? We have a question from Mr. Lokesh. So, 22nd, on 22nd or 23rd, that is 2 working days, you can make the payment of 10%. And from 22nd, 1 week you can take it for the balance of the payment. You can fill the form. We will get in touch with you, Mr. Lokesh, and my customer service team will explain you about the further course of action. Kishore sir, sorry I have joined later. Is it a pre-IPO opportunity? It is a startup opportunity. Rajesh ji, you can give a quick uh, pep talk
so
on the
this
startup.
right. So this is basically a startup company, where the company name is Experiential, etc., and the company is working on experiential marketing. This is a new age technology, a new side of marketing which is coming up, where you can experience the products, experience like you can get your customers engage with your products with the new technologies such as AI, VR, holograms, HoloNet, and all those stuff. And the company is doing extremely well. They got featured on Shark Tank season 1. Aman Gupta as well as Piyush Bansal both wanted to invest in it. They wanted to do it at 10 crores valuation, but at that point of time, company already had investors at 35 crore. So the company didn't take the investment. And later on, the company from the last 2 years have grown from 40 lakhs revenue. They have grown almost 12x. The company's last year revenue was close to 6.5 crore. This year, they will be closing their books close to 9.5 to 10 crores. And by 2025 they are expecting a 30 crore revenue growth. They're getting very good orders and they are working with all the big brands across India as well as in US, UK, as well as in Hong Kong. So people, brands like Samsung, BCCI, you name any big brand, KPMG, ENY, TVS, all of these, MI, all of these are working with them to again get their customers have an engaging or lasting impression. And the company and the field in which they are working, like Google is also a advertisement platform or a marketing platform. Basically, if we basically in generally if we talk about, although it's a tech company, so this is the new age marketing which is coming up, and we feel this market is going to grow in next 10 to 20 years. Recently, they have done a very good 3D hologram also in uh, one of the what we say one of the mall in Bangalore, where it's like a L-shaped screen, and the ad, when the ad runs on it, it looks like the thing is coming out. It is generally earlier it was seen only in Hong Kong, so they have done it recently in Bangalore. So these kind of things are going to have a very catchy impression on the customers, and more brands are putting now proper budgets for experiential ads, and this is going to become better, like bigger and bigger in coming years. And that is the reason we feel the early entrants or early companies who will be in this space will eventually grow extremely, like they will become very big in coming years. So the
So, there are
competition.
any competitors for this? Should
Yes,
I?
Sapnaji, there are competitors as we talked about in this industry. There are people like there is Digital Jalebi, then there is Ata, Alive Now, Wood Club, Lezutate, but nobody is offering having the same kind of offerings which they are having, and this is the reason they get so many. They are working with so many brands. Today, you name anything new which is coming up, like for Gadar 2, they got a campaign for BCCI. Indian jersey launch. They got a campaign from Sun Pharma. They had recently got a campaign from Reliance Jio. They have got a campaign. So a lot of companies are coming to them because the kind of things which they have in terms of offerings are way ahead than their competitors, and this is the reason they are getting a very good repeated business.
Okay. So, do we have any more questions, gentlemen?
Ravi Kanji has asked, how
Oh,
is the return? So
okay.
Ravi Kanji, as I said, we feel the company has the potential to give a 10x returns in next 5 years. 10x is basically 1,000% return in 5 years. So on an average, it becomes 200% per every year. And company is also ready to do a buyback in 9 years at 420 rupees per share. The share is being right now offered at 110. So if we actually do the difference, the overall returns, if we calculate, this comes out to be 282%. So average returns becomes 32. So 32% of average return is coming like a short return. And but what we feel the company will be able to deliver even much bigger numbers than these numbers. So from that perspective, we feel company has a very good way, has a very long way to go.
So I see that the live audience count has increased again. Actually, the people registered, about 93 people had registered for this session, but we got that delay, no, half an hour delay. So we lost those people. But anyways, we will call them all and share the record. So, however, I would request the people who are present in this session to please, we are concluding the session. Please fill the form before you leave the session so that we can get in touch with you and we can help you invest in this exciting. Experiential, etc. startup. I think you can meanwhile play some more videos. I mean, I just love watching their videos. I keep watching them all the time. In fact, and I have shared with as many friends like, okay, देखो ये सब चल रहा है market में. Nice, good. I have not experienced these things, and I see that even the name experiential, etc. is like a first mover advantage name for them.
Right. They are doing a lot of cool stuff. I'll showcase Gather 2 ad. Even we are having their BCCI jersey campaign launch also. I'll showcase that as well. If we in Gather 2, the
हिंदुस्तान जिंदाबाद।
So again, in this video, the main thing is the how many people are able to interact with the hand pump and the kind of impression it lasts, the customer engagement which they get, and by the end of the day, you will go and talk about this thing because it will become viral. That you went in and you tried taking out a hand pump and you were able to succeed with it. And this small customer engagement leaves a deep impression within their within the people who would have talked, who would have seen it, who would have interacted with it. And that is the reason they say the company is all about experiential marketing. I'll play another ad for the people who have just come in, the first ad, which is just of 10 seconds. This is
मैं तो रास्ते से जा रहा था, मैं तो भेलपुरी खा रहा था। एक कुली
So we have few questions aligned. for you.
Yeah.
And so,
The company is right now.
Rachuri Praveen Kumar says, can we buy these shares in the current share market?
Yes, we can buy this share today. Like people can basically invest in this company. So I'll take the first question from Ramesh Babuji, where they have asked about the present value of the company. So present company valuation is close to 85 crores. And what year? So calculated by. So this is being calculated by a registered valuer, and the company's valuation. So see, couple of years back, 2.5 years back, when they featured on Shark Tank, at only 40 lakhs they were being valued at 35 crores, and from 40 lakhs today they are doing, last year they have closed their books on 6.5 crore. This year they are on the verge of doing close to 9.5 to 10 crores. So they and the company's valuation from that 35 crore has jumped only to 85 crores. Like, it's not a very substantial jump, whereas in from revenue, if you see, from 40 lakhs they have come close to 10 crores now. So from that perspective, customer the valuation is very good, I'll say, or very aggressive or very less for the investors to invest in this company. And the way they are growing, the guidance which they are giving in next 5 years, they feel they can actually achieve a milestone of more than 100 crores in next 3 years. They can basically do this milestone. So of 100 crores of revenue, they will have close to 20 to 25 crores of profitability. And by 25 crore, even if we give them a multiple of, let's say, 30, so people will easily in 3 years will be able to 7x their investment. And in next 5 years, in general, we have a feeling that the company should be able to clock in a 10x return, which is 1,000% returns, which is again equivalent to 200% every year. So from that perspective, companies is very good from investment point of view. So Rachuri Praveenji has asked that the share name listed out in the current stock market. So this stock is not available in the stock market, Praveenji. These shares are available with us as a startup. So these shares are available with us. You can invest in them, and the shares will be delivered to you in your demat account. The shares will come on the same day once you make the complete investment. Praneet ji has also asked a question in, is that what you mentioned, buyback, it will be documented or how? Yes, it is documented. It has been documented with us. If you want, we can get it documented even with the company. Won't be a problem because they have given us in written. I'm not. I don't feel they will have any challenge. Even if any investor wants it in written, they can also have that. Won't be a problem. Sai Krishna ji has asked, what about trust? So this is a good question. So Sai ji, as I always told, Sapna ji also we were having a discussion while were doing due diligence, that when we get married, what is the trust, or what is the belief we have that this marriage is going to get last? It is only the commitment which gets which mostly matters. In this case, if I ask how many founders do we know that they have the courage to write down a check of 420 rupees per share, or in the sense 3.5 times the value of their present stock, that they will be able to buy back in next 9 years? Most of the founders will not want to do that, want to take that commitment. The reason being, they do not will have not have that kind of a confidence. But experiential etc has, the founder has that the founder has that confidence that the business will be much worth enough, much more worth more than the buyback price. That is the reason he is able to put that in writing. And overall also, we feel even his commitment towards it, for me, that's the main thing. See, he could have taken money from Aman Gupta, and he could have taken money from Piyush Bansal. And by the way, how Shark Tank season 1 work, how Shark Tank work is, if someone takes money, then they are 100% they will get featured on the air like they will be featured on Sony TV. Otherwise you do not really have like it is a 50-50 chance that you will be featured or not. So, but he didn't take it because he was very ethical towards his existing investors who have invested at 35 crores. So he didn't want to dupe those investors. From that point of view, we feel the founder is good enough, and that is why we are able to trust him and able to invest in his company and his vision.
Okay. So
I hope
again,
I am able to answer your question.
so I'd like to repeat again. We have around 25 people in the room. I've left the form link in the chat. So the price is 110 rupees, 2000 lot. The share lot is like 2000. Minimum investment is 2,20,000, and you can invest more than 2000 also. But whatever amount you're planning to invest, you have to pay 10% of that by tomorrow or day after, and balance of the payment you have to finish in next 6 days. And you this form so that we get your database and then we are able to get in touch with you. If you need any more assistance, we will be able to clarify all your doubts or put you on a conference call with the Planify team to clear your doubts. So this is our way of operations. And I would request everyone to fill the form before leaving the session so that we can proceed with the investment and also conclude this call. We have a question from Mr. Kishore for you.
Yes, it is their first startup, Kishore ji. Sandeep ji has also asked anytime it can be withdrawn. So see if they have given 3 exit opportunities. Whenever they will be doing the next round, they will give investors an opportunity to exit. If existing investors, someone wants to make an exit, obviously they will want to, they can get an exit. Second, the company will be listing their share on SME or main board in next 5 years. And if nothing happens, then in 9 years they will buy back the shares at 420 rupees per share value. So these are the 3 things which they have given. Apart from that, fourth thing which we have realized, like if the company grows more than 1000 crore of valuation, then their secondary start happening. Secondary is where early angel investors make an exit, and new investors who want to come in into that company, they can invest in that company. And we as Planify, as a platform, we help facilitate that. We help investors invest in pre-IPOs. We help investors invest in these kind of companies. And B1 is our one of the premium partners with whom we are working, and we bring these investment opportunities to all of their investors as well. I hope I am able to answer your question. We have already done a commitment of more than 50%. I believe it is close to 4.5 crores. We have already done we have given the company those investments. I think we are left with only 4.25 crores worth of investments, and I'm sure like next 1 to 2 months this is also going to get over.
So I see that the people who are already there in the session are the people who have already filled the form. I think we can request the remaining members to take a decision and quickly fill the form. I have left the form link in the group, in the chat, I'm sorry. So we will be concluding the session in next 2 minutes. I request everyone to please fill the form and leave so that it becomes easy for us to conclude that we can end the session now.
I also want to congratulate each one of you after such a long day. You guys have come in and Sapna ji for hosting this session for all the investors. I know you have a very early morning
Yeah.
drive, and I'm keeping you here for this session. So I thank people for tuning in, and Sapna ji for doing this, and Deepika for doing all of the arrangements for this session.
We should thank you for after such a long day still you are sitting and working with us.
I have to take my dinner after this.
So I think we are good to end this session. So I'll be ending in next 1 minute. I request people to please fill the form. and leave so that we can take a call about ending the session. And thank you so much for participating. And we're really sorry about delaying the session by half an hour. Mr. Rajesh Singla was stuck in traffic. It's a Delhi traffic, so I have not really experienced, but yeah, I have heard of it. So yes, people are filling the form. People are taking an exit here.
Sapnaji, you please share all the advertisement links. We have shared all experiential ads, and it is also present on YouTube.
This whole bunch I'll keep off in my investors community.
So it is also present on YouTube Experiential. So they have created YouTube channel also, and they keep on posting their ads. And these are very interesting ads. And along with the presentation, you can obviously share this. I think people will get a much better feeling on what the company vision is all about.
We'll do that. We'll take the recorded session. Along with the session, we will share the videos also.
Great.
Yeah, right. So thank you, everyone. Good night. Have a tight sleep. You too, Mr. Rajesh. Have your dinner and sleep tight.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Take care.